Hey, what's going on?
Not a lot of. It's Thursday night at 11 o'clock, and seems like we've been here for about 6 or 7 weeks now doing this. Maybe not that long. I don't know. The days all run together anymore.
I don't know. Time's not real, dude. But all I know is it was before the draft. It was before anything football was ready to be talked about. The first thing that happened was Matt Stafford and Jared Goff. So it's been a while.
It has been a minute. So the change in your view tonight looks like running from your phone, trying to avoid internet glitches, is a good idea.
We shall see. It's yet to be determined. I got
Yet to
another.
be.
Got a light here. Maybe it'll work.
What's that?
Light.
Ooh.
I don't think it's gonna work for me. It's not enough light, but making adjustments on the fly, see what we can do. Shitty internet ruins your day.
Yeah, I mean that at the end of the day, that's the worst thing about any of it is having bad internet.
So, what you been up to since Monday?
Since Monday, well, I was disappointed watching the end of the Western Conference play-in game with the Lakers and the Warriors. That broke my heart because I want nothing more than to see LeBron lose. I don't know
Okay,
why.
I don't know if you watched that game. So since we're here, we might as well talk about it. I don't know if you watched that game, but that whole last 10 seconds was just bullshit. It was complete bullshit. LeBron's a crybaby. As much as I don't like Steph Curry, he definitely deserved that bet more than LeBron did.
Yeah, you know, we started this conversation the other day about athletes that use their platform to be blah blah blah, and those are the ones that I end up inevitably not liking. So I don't like LeBron because he's that way. I don't really like Colin Kaepernick because he's that way. Uh, I like Steph Curry a lot more than I do. LeBron James is a great player. I just like Steph Curry more.
Well, so here's the thing: is they might both be good guys. They might, outside of basketball, I don't know really anything about them. The only thing I do know is that, Curry has brothers, and his dad was a star before him. That's about as far as I got about the Currys. And LeBron James has been a thing since I could understand what a basketball is because he's been in the league for over 20 years or whatever. He's Tom Brady. He's the Tom Brady of the NBA. So with that being said, I don't like either of them, and I think I don't like Steph because I think his cockiness just pisses me off, and so I don't know something about it. I don't know, but I respect Steph because the boy is pure talent, 100%. I mean, coming from a basketball family, it was in his blood. Whatever. He was made to play basketball. There was no other option there. And even his brother Seth, who gets no love, which is the actual Curry I do enjoy. And I think the thing with me is I'm kind of a hipster about things. I either like things before they were cool, or I like things after everyone stops talking about them. So, I think I will enjoy Steph Curry a lot more when every single day I don't wake up and see something about him. And I
Right.
know that goes to show, my favorite football teams, the Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, but it didn't always used to be about Patrick Mahomes when I liked the Chiefs. And so, I can't even say, people, when I say I'm a Chiefs fan, they're like, oh, you only like the Chiefs because Patrick Mahomes. And I'm like, dude, I watched them draft him. I was sitting at home watching them, and I was like, I literally said, who the fuck is Patrick Mahomes? I didn't even know who he was. So, that's not, no. But all things aside, I think the Golden State were the better team. The Lakers kind of fell apart due to injury, and everybody couldn't stay healthy at the same time. I mean, at the first half of that game, LeBron had 3 points. Dennis Schroeder only had 6 points, and Anthony Davis had 4 points at the half. Yeah, they rallied hard, which was what has been impressive. But the thing I don't like about LeBron is he's all showboat. Like, he doesn't care if he goes in as long as it looks cool. Steph can shoot a freaking three-pointer from the other goal on purpose. Like, he knows it's going to go in. That's talent. He's not showboating. That's just talent. And it's just the same thing why I like Luka Doncic. It's talent. And, LeBron's a crybaby, dude. Like, that's it. LeBron's a crybaby. LeBron's like Aaron Rodgers, crybaby. And Steph is a real human being, like, he is down to earth, he's cocky, but he's still humble. And he can back up his cockiness. You think if LeBron and Steph went 1v1, that LeBron, being a little bit bigger than Steph would win? No. Because Steph can outshoot LeBron at any spot on the court.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I really just don't want to spend that much time talking about that game, really, because that's what I listen to.
You brought it up.
I know. I wanted to get it over with. The Pacers go to play
lost.
142 to 115.
I want to know where Mark's at right now. Dude told me Indiana was going to the finals. They couldn't even beat Washington. I'm not saying anything about Washington, but, like, they blew out Charlotte, who were favorites to win that game, and then they come back and get their ass kicked by Washington.
Does Washington have the potential to advance any further?
I just don't think they got the depth. Like, they have the talent, but I don't think they have the depth that'll take them a whole series at a time to keep them going forward.
I mean, because they got a pure shooter in Bradley Beal. They got an under the basket force in Daniel Gafford, and then you got Russell Westbrook basically running the point and giving you a triple-double almost every night.
I mean, they've got, like I said, they've got the team. They've got the talent. It's just like, I don't think they have enough to go that far. If you watch all their games, it's either they're really good or they're really bad every other game.
Just like the Pacers.
They're not consistent. Well, the Pacers' problem is all of their stars have been injured nonstop. At least one of their stars have been out the whole season. And, I don't even think Sabonis played tonight, which I think is a huge part in why they fell apart. Oh, he did play tonight? I didn't get to watch this game. I watched the last game.
Pretty sure. Let me make sure. Yeah, Sabonis had a triple-double tonight. He went 19, 11, and 10, so...
Dude's a freak.
And Malcolm Brogdon actually played too. So I mean, they put forth their best effort, but I mean, when you're that kind of a team this year, you kind of realize that we're your pecking order. So the next game for these guys, they're probably done. I mean, to be honest, you're probably right. The Wizards are probably done. They probably don't have anything. Friday night, Milwaukee goes to or Memphis goes to Golden State.
I mean that's Golden State's game. I mean, Ja Morant is insane. He's crazy. It's his second year in the league, and he's become a key player. He's like already got like that veteran leadership for being like such a young guy. And they rallied this year. They were really low on the totem pole until just a few weeks ago. They started rallying and come back, but the same thing happened with the Warriors. Steph got hot. He didn't play a game where he didn't score 40 points all month. And, like, they're hot right now, and I don't think they're getting beat. I could see the Warriors making it to the finals despite losing the first game of the play-ins.
Good enough. I don't want to go too far ahead. There's 4 games on Saturday night. We'll briefly go through them. The Heat go to the Bucks. That's Saturday at 2:00. Who do you think is going to win that one?
The Heat and the Bucks. That's really tough because I think the Bucks have gotten hot, but so is the Heat. The Heat were another one of those teams have been low on the totem pole the last, basically all season. They, just scraping by, and then out of nowhere, Dame Lillard and well, that's not Dame. That's Portland. I mean, Jimmy Buckets. There he is. He started heating up, and they've got a solid team. But I I have to say that Milwaukee takes this. I think they have more depth than the Heat currently, and I think that's important in these playoff runs.
Um, the next one is probably one of the two top series that I think going forward is the Mavs at the Clippers. That starts Saturday afternoon.
Oh man, that's really tough for me. I love the Mavs, but the Clippers have been fairly consistent all season. If we can get Luka healthy Luka with his attitude in check, he needs to check it at the door, and you can get Porzingis healthy and a couple of their if they can have all their starters, I think they can pull this off. But, like I said, Luka's been, it comes with the age as well. He hasn't been able to control his temper quite as much as he should. He's been getting into trouble. And, if he can keep that in check, I think, and Porzingis be on the court with him, I think they can do it. But it's going to be a tough road for them, beating the Clippers.
Yeah, I think game one of that series, the Clippers at home. But I don't think this is a gimme series for them. I think Dallas is going to put up a good fight.
No, I mean, whoever takes this series earns it, wholeheartedly. This is probably one of the better series, I think.
Oh yeah, I agreed when I saw it. When it come up that was in the Saturday game ones, I was like, that's going to be tight. The next one I don't think is really going to be much competition. I'll hear you out on it. But Boston at the Nets.
Shoo. I mean, Nets are top dogs, but Boston has the team. That's the thing. They have basically the all-star team the Nets have, just not as big names. In my opinion, they're both equal all-star teams. I know the Celtics really haven't shown it this year. Another team battling with injuries and whatnot. But the Nets have really, as good as their team is and as good as their coach is, they've been struggling. I think it's a lot having that many superstars on one team. And I really think that's what's hurting them, is there's too many superstars on their team. And they're still my favorites to go to the finals, 100%. But they just got to get their shit together and, work with each other because, they've been struggling a lot. And it worries me for that. So I'm not going to say this is an easy road for either team. The Celtics have struggled all year. So, obviously, Brooklyn's going to be a favorite in this. But, Brooklyn's been very hit or miss here lately, and they lose games that they shouldn't, and then they win games. Well, any game they win, they should win. But, the games that they shouldn't win is just how, dude? How did you even lose that game? They're playing teams that won 12 games all season and losing, and so, I don't know. I think it'll be a good series. I still take the Brooklyn on top.
Yeah, I feel like Celtics are just going to fold. I don't feel like they have their chemistry built in, and I feel like the Nets, even without all three of their superstars on the floor at once most of the time, regardless, still have the better team. What's up, Frederick?
What up, Frederick?
Last one, and then we'll probably move over to the NFL. I love this series, Portland at Denver.
Wait, did you forget about the Suns, dude?
They don't play tomorrow, or they don't play on Saturday.
But they're in the first round, right?
Yeah, I'm just going to – we can go through the rest of the first-round games on Sunday too. I just didn't know if you wanted to go that far ahead.
I mean, might as well while we're here. We won't get to talk about it before then. But Denver and Portland – yeah, dude. Ever since Denver took that big injury, that their team, or no, that's the Jazz. I'm thinking a totally different team. I think this is a very equally matched series. Honestly, both really good teams. You got your big guy in Denver who is in the running for MVP. He made the top 3 finalists, and then you got Dame. Money man. And you never can count out Damian Lillard. Doesn't matter. He could put that whole team on his back. You can't count him out. He's just like Steph Curry.
I I think this one's going to be a tight series. I really would like to see Portland win because I am a Damian Lillard fan. I can't help myself.
I'd like to see Portland win. At the same time, I'd like to see Denver win. They got cool uniforms, dude, and I like seeing them when they're on the court, and so I'm going to go there. Cool uniforms are just as important as a good team to me. And, I'm going to be happy with whoever wins as long as it's not a blowout.
Sunday's games. The Washington will be at Philadelphia.
I mean, that's Philadelphia's game, dude. Like, Joel Embiid, who is one of the other two in the running for MVP, he's a monster. They got Seth Curry. They got Tyrese Maxey from Kentucky. He's a rookie this year. I mean, they got a really solid squad. And, like, I think I might have talked about this on Monday, but the thing I liked about them is their big guy, their number one, Joel Embiid, went out with an injury, and they did not slow down. They didn't start losing games because he was gone. They have been consistent. They lose game here or there, whatever. That's fine. But the fact that they've been so consistent throughout the entire season, that gives me high hopes that they should, make it pretty far. I did read somewhere, though, that they're not even favorites. So, I don't know.
Well, what I'm looking at usually shows favorites, but it doesn't show any favorite for that game. So, but they should be a lot. They should make it to the Eastern Conference Finals, unless I'm not sure. I don't know how the bracket lays out, but you wanted to talk about the next game. I don't. That one's not a very interesting one to me, unless Russell Westbrook is Russell Westbrook of old. I think the Lakers at the Suns is a very interesting matchup. However, I think Phoenix should win this.
Phoenix should win this, but look what they do for LeBron James, man. I'm gonna be this is the series that'll piss me off because LeBron James is involved. They're defending champs, and they got LeBron James on their team. Things are stacked in their favor. But realistically, I would take the Suns all day, every day. I love Chris Paul and Devin Booker working as a duo. I think Chris Paul has done a lot for that team, being veteran leadership and veteran talent and still consistent. He's done so much for that team. They're so great. And, I loved watching this team develop into the team they became. And so I'm taking the Suns. They're my favorite NBA team, so I have to. And but it's LeBron James. It's just like Tom Brady in the fucking Super Bowl. Like, whatever.
And last but not least, probably I feel the most evenly matched non-superstar having series, the Atlanta Hawks at the New York Knicks.
You know what? The Hawks kind of came out of nowhere as well. But I think the Knicks might be able to edge this one out, which is going to be huge for them because they haven't done shit in 20 years.
Yeah, it's been a minute since they've been good. I love the Knicks. They play team basketball.
I know you like them. You appreciate their style.
I just like them because it's not an ego thing. It's not it's not the LeBron show. It's not the Steph show. It's not it's a team game. There's lots of guys on there that can step up, and I applaud that, and I want to see that win. This ideology that you have to have a superstar to win in the NBA, I think needs to die.
Yeah, I really do think that the having a superstar thing almost hurts your team because then you're expected to win, and then you fall apart. Just like the Nets. That's why they've been inconsistent. I think having the superstar factor is a little much sometimes.
Yeah, and overall, I mean, there's a couple really good series in this first round. I didn't think I was going to watch a lot of this, but there's a couple games in there and a couple series that I do actually want to stick my nose in and watch. I want to see some of this Knicks and Hawks series. I want to see some of the Lakers and the Suns. I want to see Dallas at the Clippers, and I really want to see the Portland at Denver. I want to watch some of those games because I think those are going to be really top-notch series.
I mean, I'm pretty excited. The thing is like I never really cared about the NBA until this year, maybe last year. But even then, basketball is just not my genre. But I have started enjoying it a little bit more. And so, like, with that being said, I'm pretty excited to watch these playoffs. I think any playoff kind of situation is exciting just because. Um, it's like March Madness in a way, except for it's not single game elimination. People stepping it up, doing what they do best, and it's all or nothing. The playoff series last year, that run that Denver had, they went down 0-3 and came back and won 2 series in a row, and then lost right at the end. That was pretty sweet. You never know what's gonna happen, so I like that, and I think it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, as far as the NBA goes, that really gets us caught up to where we're at today and where we will be as of the first round on Sunday. Back to the NFL. I did not read any news today on the NFL because I didn't want to get off on a tangent really fast tonight. So because like Monday, what I did was I read, and next thing you know, I'm off on a complete tangent for the whole night. Probably really changed the whole dynamic of what we intended to do. And then after it was over, I was like, should I have done that? Maybe not. But there were some of the stories. I got a website that I go to, and I can't remember which one it is on my sports stuff, but it gives me a list of the most talked about topics of the day via Twitter, Facebook. So anything that comes up is a heavy hit usually comes on there. And usually I go through them headlines and I read them and pick a few things out. And I just purposely didn't do it today because I knew that I was going to read something about Aaron Rodgers. I knew that I was going to read stuff that I didn't want to see today. And, the beginning of the NBA finals, the playoffs is what, and I'm still interested in the NFL schedule, going forward. There's a couple weeks in here that I was looking at, and I really like some of the games. And I know we left off at week 5 last week.
Yeah, for sure. I got it pulled up. I'm ready to dig in when you are.
Week 5 Thursday game, the Rams at the Seahawks. Got to be a bloody bath.
Oh yeah, definitely. And where's that game at? For whatever reason, I can't see that right
Seattle.
now. Okay, so here's the thing, especially primetime games, but all games in Seattle end in the last 30 seconds of the game.
Seems that way, doesn't it?
No matter who's playing, it doesn't matter if it's divisional. If it's in Seattle, dude, like, it's coming down to the last play. And so, oh, hey, what's up, Rob? Sorry, I don't have my thing to put your comment up there, but how's it going, man? We just got into football about 30 seconds ago, so you're right on time. Yeah, the Rams at Seahawks, I'm not going to call a winner for that because, we're getting at the point in the season that, the first couple weeks we can take guesses, but, by week 4 or 5, we'll have a better idea of what these teams look like and how realistic these guesses will be. I think it'll be a good game. See, I know how to time things. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you showed up right on time. But so I think either way, it's going to be one of the better games of the week.
I wouldn't disagree with that at all. Sunday, the London England game, the New York Jets and the Falcons. I find this one very interesting.
What a waste of a London game, dude. They just shipped them over there because no one actually cared to get up that early to watch them play anyway. But, like I said, I like Atlanta having Kyle Pitts. I don't hate Matt Ryan. I feel bad for him, honestly. And so, maybe Atlanta will be good, and maybe the Jets will be good this year, and that'll be a fun game. Maybe not fun, but at least equally matched to make it enjoyable.
I'm going to tell you right now, I watch most things NFL. I probably won't watch that game on Sunday morning. Because two reasons.
It depends on how early I get up that day. Let's be honest. 11 o'clock is the earliest I get up usually.
Well, if I'm at work and I can get to it, I may watch it. but it's just not one that's on my hit list. I don't want to watch NFL at breakfast. Sorry.
The Jets were supposed to be better last year. Well, whoever told you that lied. They're the Jets.
Obviously the Jets' issues have to be organizationally. I really think that it boils down to who runs the team.
I mean, they had Adam Gase last year, so they didn't really have much of a chance at success.
They're doing the same thing that Cleveland did. They're bouncing from coach to coach to coach, quarterback to quarterback to quarterback. Did they get it right this year? Who knows? Yeah. Moving on. The next game is just not even worth talking about. The Patriots at the Texans. I don't even think that's worth 2 squirts of monkey piss. But
at this point in time, no. We don't know what's going to happen now that things are starting to unravel with, Deshaun Watson, and Houston is making moves trying to get players in there and things like that. We don't know. This is not worth talking about until we know further details.
Yeah, the only thing I got to say about that is with the first pick of the 2022 draft, the Houston Texans select
Spencer Rattler, Oklahoma.
Yeah, you're already there. Next one I think is Rob. This one's on you. Miami at Tampa Bay, all Florida.
Oh, this will be a fun game to go to just because it's all Florida, and it's not the Jaguars. It's 2 good teams that we know for sure are going to be decent. So, I'm not going to count the Dolphins out on this one, and I'm not going to nail Rob the first second he gets in here today like I did last week. So, I think this is going to be
Tom Brady.
Those are the kind of games that worry me. That's what I'm saying about this game is like we can't sleep on Miami just yet. If Tua's their guy, we'll know by week 4 if he's really their guy. And if they got someone else, that changes things into how well they're going to play. It'll be a new quarterback most likely in their system. So, I'll have to give it to Tampa Bay if Tua's not their guy. You're welcome, Rob. If Tua's their guy, I think, by week 4, maybe they got things figured out and they're going to be able to put some stuff together and, compete against Tampa Bay. If Tua is not their guy and there's someone else standing up there, I don't care if it's Jacoby Brissett or whichever guy they picked up, they're not beating Tampa.
Philadelphia at Carolina.
What a waste of a game. That's why it's a 1:00 game. I'm not entirely sure why the Dolphins-Bucks game is a 1:00 game, but, the Chiefs have got lots of 1:00 games this year as well. So,
well, the Dolphins-Bucks game will probably be the national game at 1:00 for the AF. Yeah, I mean
100%, and then maybe the Bengals and Packers game.
Yeah, possibly. Depends on how everybody's going. Here's another one I could care less about, honestly. Tennessee at Jacksonville.
Waste of a game, dude.
Yeah.
Waste of my time, my personal time. I literally hate Tennessee.
I don't have much interest in the next one. Detroit at Minnesota.
That's a division game? No. Yes.
And it's a divisional game, and I just don't have much interest in it.
Yeah. I mean, Minnesota's going to be Minnesota, and Detroit is the same old Detroit where it's just going to be different. They're not going to have a good quarterback this year. So.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that we're total agreement on. It looked like the Lions got the better end of the trade as far as what they got out of the deal.
For futures.
But for their future. But they definitely got the shit quarterback because I hate Jared Goff.
Yeah, I still think LA won that deal. They traded their first round pick. It's not like they use them anyway. They basically got Jared Goff for a first round pick.
Yeah, they used their first round picks to get seasoned players that are already performing in the NFL. That's what they used their first round draft picks for.
Yeah, dude. So, I think even now at this point in his career, Matt Stafford's worth a first round pick. And so, I still think LA won this trade because this is how they've been trading and drafting for, a couple years now. Since Goff, I think. And so I think they won the trade. I think they are gonna be very tough in their division this year. I would not want to face them.
Next game on the list, and I hate to speculate, even though I'm a Bengals fan, but the Packers at Cincinnati.
You know what? If there's no Aaron Rodgers, I think Cincinnati's going to win this game. And even if there is Aaron Rodgers, I think Cincinnati could win this game.
I hope so. I hope by
they
this time
they have the better offensive weapon core. They got Devontae Adams, yes. But who else? Aaron Rodgers doesn't throw to anybody else. And he says he doesn't have weapons, but he does have weapons. He just refuses to throw it to anybody else. He's just a crybaby, like LeBron James.
New Orleans at Washington, which is probably one of the better games.
I like this game. I mean, it's not the best game of the week. You haven't got to it yet. The best game. Or, the two more games I would put above this one, but I like this game. We still don't know what New Orleans is going to look like this year, and so there's a lot of unknown there. But I'm excited to watch Washington. Fitzmagic. Chase Young. I'm ready to watch Chase Young become a Hall of Famer right before our eyes.
Next game was trash can for me. Denver at Pittsburgh.
Trash can game, dude.
Honestly, the next one's trash can as well. The Bears at the Raiders.
Go Bears.
Browns at the Chargers.
Now that is an evenly matched game, and I like to see it. And you know what? For the two football teams I follow, they're both rivals. So you know what? I'm going to be happy for whoever wins, but in this game, I want the Chargers to win. No hate to Phillip, no hate to Browns fans, but you know what? I'm a Herbert super fan. So, any game that Herbie's not playing against the Chiefs, I want him to win. Except for the Bengals game. I still want to see Joe Burrow on top. But other than those two games, I want Herbie to win.
I got to say, this whole week has really been a lot of trash can games. But the Giants at Dallas.
It's a divisional game. And I think, so as much as I hate the Cowboys and I'm not a fan of that division, I like those divisional games. I think, they're all evenly matched. And they're always fun. Hey, what's up, Shelby? I see she probably made it home. But yeah, so I don't think that's a trash can game. It is a divisional game, so I think it'll be a good one. I can't even tell you who I think will go out on top because you literally never know with that division. It doesn't matter who's the better team.
I love the next three games on the list, but let's start with my probably least favorite of the three, but I still like the 49ers at Arizona.
Kyler Murray, dude.
Kyler Murray, dude. I know this one's probably your favorite. Buffalo at Kansas City.
Oh, hell yeah, it's my favorite. I mean, I'm scared of this game, but it's my favorite.
AFC Championship preview question mark?
100%. I'd put money on it. Alex, what is happening with the darkness behind you? Okay, so I tried to use my phone today just to see if we could make this work with the internet issue. And, I mean, you can ask Dad. I don't know how well it's going. I think it's going pretty well so far.
Your audio's in and out, but it's clear the whole time. And then, but everything's been good so far.
So far, so good. That's what I like to hear. And, yeah, AFC Championship preview, 100%. Either team could come out on top. Depends on who starts hotter in the season, honestly. It comes down to that. I mean, I don't think Josh Allen's beat Patrick Mahomes yet. But, he's not Lamar Jackson. So I'm not sorry, Colin, if you happen to be listening. I'm not sorry. Josh Allen is a way better quarterback than Lamar ever could dream of being. So I would be fine if the Chiefs lost to the Bills.
Monday Night Football, the Colts at the Ravens. I think this will be a really good game.
Okay, so can you tell me the location of this game?
Baltimore.
All right, yeah. See, I love this because of the history. I already loved this, but I was really hoping it was in Baltimore. Yeah, two of my fave QBs in one game. She's talking about Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen, but 100% yes. I'm a Patrick Mahomes and Joe Burrow fan, obviously, but I'm a superstar. Or Herbert's my superstar, and Josh Allen is my other superstar. I love them. Two young goats, better than Lamar, probably better than Baker Mayfield. Herbie's still young. He has a lot of mistakes to live through, but definite favorites. But yeah, I like this Baltimore Colts matchup. Carson Wentz sucks, so I hope Baltimore's defense runs a train on him. But I still want the Colts to come out on top on this game. Baltimore will lose every game this year for all I care.
Yeah, I have a feeling, that we will probably be switching to a Sunday live stream for sure. Probably either late after the 8 o'clock game or during that game on Sunday night. A lot of times.
No, there is no way I'm live streaming during a game. It doesn't matter who's playing. It's not happening.
Yeah.
I don't care if I have to work at 7 a.m. the next day. I'll wait until midnight. It's not happening.
Just to assess your day.
Yeah, dude.
I didn't like that whole week as a whole. There was games I liked, and then there was just games I couldn't even bear to read the text. Of who's playing.
That's literally an average week in the NFL. You get like 3 or 4 good games, and the rest are very average. Hey, thanks, Rob. I appreciate that.
Moving on to week 6, the Thursday game, Tampa Bay at Philadelphia.
Tampa Bay at Philadelphia. Well, this is going to be one of the easiest games Tom Brady ever plays.
Possibly so. I don't see Philadelphia fixing any of their issues this offseason. I think they're going to struggle next year. They could be with the second pick of the 2022 draft, the Philadelphia.
Nah, dude, I think that's going to be Detroit. No offense to the Lions fans. I think it's going to go Houston, Detroit, and I think Philadelphia will fall right in that bottom 5.
God, Miami, in England, play the Jaguars the next week at 9:30 in the morning.
In London? You said in England, and Miami's in New England's division, so I got really confused for a second.
Oh, no. You know what I meant.
No, I didn't. That's why I was in England, you mean in London. But Miami and who?
Jacksonville.
Good for Trevor Lawrence. He gets to travel, boy. He's a little California sunny boy. That's what he loves. So, good for him, I guess. They're getting smoked by Miami. Don't care.
Bengals at the Lions.
Finally, an easy win for the Bengals, dude.
Yeah, because like I said, I don't think Detroit's really helped their cause much yet. They're in rebuild mode.
They did get Penei Sewell, so.
Oh, well. So Jared Goff will have to throw interceptions instead of being sacked. Got it.
There you go.
Okay, man, I tell you what, everything I've noticed this year reflects that Kansas City has got the short end of the stick of the schedule. They have to go to Washington the next week.
Yeah, well, I think it's going to be a tough match. A lot of speculators will be like, well, it's Kansas City, and going against an NFC East team, it's going to be the easiest game they play all year. No, dude, I hate to break it to you, but Washington's actually good, and I think they're going to do really well this year. I could see them hitting a double-digit win column.
They're a defensive-minded team, too.
And that's important, man. Everyone likes the offense. It's why everyone likes LeBron James. Flashy, crazy scoring offenses doesn't always win anything. Look at Atlanta, dude. They'll put up 50 points and lose. All I'm saying is good defenses matter, and they got Fitzmagic. But you know what? Fitzmagic has done nothing but good for my Chiefs in the last couple of years and helped us out. So, he might actually come for the dub this time. So, I've seen that man do some crazy shit in the last 3 years. I love him.
Right on. And the next game on that list and going on down, Hey, Carson Wentz gets a win. Texans at the Colts.
Dude, I am not gonna say Carson Wentz gets a win any day of until he is no longer a Colt or in the NFL. I'm not any game the Colts win. I'm telling you right now, it's not gonna be because of him.
I gotta take this. Hang on, hold camera out.
All right. Nope, don't see Washington winning double digits, but I do love Fitz. You know what? I could see them winning 10 games, like, wholeheartedly. I think they might be the first NFC East team in the last, 10 years to have a winning record and win the division. Look, I know everyone that's a Cowboys fan, which I know it's nobody in here, thankfully. I know everyone that's Cowboys fans, they're going to Super Bowl, say that every year, just like Chicago fans, but they think, Dak Prescott being back, they're going to win every single game this year. That's not going to happen. They have three contracts, their quarterback, their wide receiver, and their running back that are way overpaid. They're not going to do great. And the Giants, they've improved a lot. They've gotten some weapons. They've gotten some offensive line. They fixed their defense a little bit. I just don't think Daniel Jones is their solution. So, we'll see. I think he's better as a college quarterback than an NFL quarterback. And then you got the Philadelphia Eagles, who are literal garbage right now. And the best thing they've done for their team is get rid of Carson Wentz. Other than that, they got Jalen Hurts. He's a stud. They got Joe Flacco sitting in the locker room with Jalen Hurts. Great veteran leadership. They got a couple good picks in the draft. They got a couple wide receivers, but it's just like Dad said, they have not fixed anything on their team. And so with that being said, that leaves Washington, the one team that can beat all three of those because they have a good defense, and they picked up good wide receivers. So they got Fitz, and they even got that Taylor I don't even remember his name, Taylor Heineke, that played against Tampa Bay in the playoffs last year. They got him. So, there's two decent quarterbacks. And then they got Terry McLaurin. They picked up a couple kids in the draft. They got some free agent wide receivers. There is no way Washington doesn't take the division, and there's no way that they win less than 8 games for sure. But I could see them pushing for 10.
What game are you on now?
Oh, I was just talking about the NFC East.
Oh, where did we stop? We stopped. Did we didn't make it to the Giants and the Rams, did we?
No.
We talked about the Colts and the Texans a little bit.
Yeah, Carson Wentz first win. Yeah. One of his only wins that he wins.
I think that team wins more games than Carson wins, honestly. I think they're a better team.
I wouldn't be surprised if he has more games where he throws only 100 yards than he does, having a good, solid quarterback stat game.
If only thing I can say to that is that I totally agree with that if Jonathan Taylor is healthy this year.
But so Jonathan Taylor, yeah, but they have 2 other good running backs.
Marlon Mack, he's got health issues most of the time
and
too.
And there's that what's his name?
Yeah,
It's got a weird last name.
Yeah, I'm not a Colts running back guy. I'm sure if Mark was here, he'd tell us who the All-Star was.
You know what? They got 3 of them, and that third one, he's young, just like Jonathan Taylor. He's talented. He can catch. He came into play a lot in the end of the season last year. He I paid a lot more attention to him. No, not Rock. But I drafted him late on my fantasy team because I had Joe Mixon, and Joe Mixon got hurt. Rock's not a running back, is he?
Let's see. Jordan Wilkins?
No. If you say his name, I'll be like, yes.
Why don't I see the whole offense?
Just Google Colts running backs.
I did.
Colts current RBs.
Oh, I hate Bing. Bing screws me over.
Well, who uses Bing, dude?
Uh, my Microsoft Edge when I use it.
I'm just playing. Calm down.
Naheen Himes.
Yeah, Hines. Yeah, Naheem. Yeah, that kid. They got 3 studs in the running back corner. You know, if one of them doesn't stay healthy, you still got 2 more.
I think that team wins more games
On the ground.
I think they just win it because of team football and not because of their quarterback. I think their quarterback is there to be a game manager.
100%, yeah. There's no way, you know. LOL, nobody uses Bing. You just got schooled by Rob, dude. Nobody uses Bing.
Listen, so
Listen, Linda. Rob just told you nobody uses Bing.
okay, here's how this works. I use Google Chrome for StreamYard, and then I use Microsoft Edge so that I can have 2 windows open at the same time separately. And Microsoft Edge defaults you to Bing unless you type Google in.
You can have 2 tabs on Google Chrome. You can just separate them.
It's just easier for me to click 2 different buttons. Okay, nobody uses Bing. Got it. I don't necessarily like it. I just use it when I'm rushed.
Your preferred search engine. There you go, right there. Just delete everything except Chrome. Dude, you're getting roasted right now.
I don't care. Whatever.
Dude.
I don't even think I don't even think I can change it.
Dude, Bing, I haven't heard that name in years. This just got awesome. This went 0 to 60 and awesome. Totally unsports related. Let's move on. Give me the next game.
Oh, I got to figure it out now because I don't know what I did with it. Oh, that's NBA. There we go.
There we go.
Chargers at the Ravens. That seems like a good game.
Dude, I'm not counting Herbie out about anything. I don't even think it's on my computer anymore. I can't. I'm sorry. This is too funny to me. But, I think that's a fairly even matched game. I mean, both quarterbacks can be mobile. Justin Herbert can take a hit, and Lamar Jackson can't. So, there's that. And Herbie's got an arm. Go Chargers. Yeah, there we go. Rob said it. Go Chargers. You don't hear that come out of my mouth very often. But, it's been a lot lately.
I call the next one the changing of the guard game for the NFC North, Packers at the Bears.
I mean, it's I like divisional games, but I think the Bears might finally get a break for once this year. Aaron Rodgers will not be a Packer next year. It doesn't matter. He will not be a Packer. What even is a Packer, dude?
Well, depends on how explicit we want to get today.
I'm just saying. I mean, I know certain kinds of Packers, and that's probably what Aaron Rodgers is. But actually, what is a Packer? Is it a block of cheese? I
don't know.
I don't know either. You don't even Google it. Just Bing it, dude.
No, this one I go to Google.
You're going to Google what is a Packer, and it's just going to say Aaron Rodgers.
Why is the Green Bay Packers were founded in 1919? They took their name after Curly Lambeau, the company's shipping clerk, got money from jerseys. Let's see.
History lesson. What is a Packer, dude?
So it turns out there's a sweet story behind the meaning of the Packers name. Back in the early 1900s, there was a company called the Indian Packing Company. They canned meat. Company was founded in Delaware, but in 1921 it was taken over by Acme Packing Company out of Illinois. The new company had a facility in Green Bay, Wisconsin. The Acme Packing sadly closed in 1943 after World War II, and they never reopened. That said, it passed along its name to the Green Bay Packers. They're named after a meat packing company.
Oh yeah, Aaron Rodgers packs a lot of meat, dude.
Yeah.
What a horrible way to name your team.
No doubt. Of all the things that Wisconsin could have named their team, the fucking Packers, for real.
Oh yeah, dude. I don't get it.
Anywho,
Man, I'm gonna tell every Packers fan about this exact moment. Every time they try to say something to me, I'm just be like, "You're a bunch of meat packers, dude." At least it wasn't a fudge packing company. I don't know what's worse, meat packing or fudge packing. I think it's all about the same thing.
that episode of South Park with Tom Cruise packing the boxes of fudge.
I can't go one day of my life without referring something to South Park or SpongeBob.
Hey, you can't call me that. Hey, look, Tom Cruise is a fudge packer. Minnesota at Carolina.
I mean, I think it's going to be an equally matched game. I think Minnesota wins because they have Justin Jefferson, and that's the only reason.
I'm going to go Panthers at home just because I think home field is going to dominate the NFL again this year.
I don't know that. I mean, yeah, they're going to have full capacity stadium, so I think home field's actually going to get advantage. Is it on a Monday night? That's the only way I'm not taking the Vikings.
Nope, it's a Sunday 1 o'clock game. But I truly hope that at the end of the day that Sam Darnold does well in Carolina.
I mean, I feel so bad for him that I hope, he wins at least 7 games or so. Adam Thielen, dude, yeah. That kid's a goat. The most underrated.
Game, one of the best games of the week, for sure, will be the Cardinals at the Browns.
Hey, what's up, Amanda? The Cardinals at the Browns. Yeah. I remember when this is the Week 17 added game. This Cardinals and Browns game. I only remember because we have Philip as our Browns fan of the group, and I sent it to him because I was like, dude, that game's gonna be awesome. I mean, it's gonna be awesome for me because I'm not a fan of either of them, actually, so I can just enjoy it. But I seriously think that game is gonna be super awesome. I love Kyler Murray. I love what the Browns are doing. I think that if this doesn't end up being a primetime game, it should.
Oh, for sure. It is a 4 o'clock game set up. I mean,
they might not bump it then.
I don't think they flex that game okay, we'll go on down the list. Another divisional game, the Raiders at the Broncos. Who knows what that game's going to look like?
Dude, I mean, it'll be a good game, purely divisional reasons and nothing else. If Rodgers is a Bronco, easy winner. If Rodgers is not a Bronco, I think the Raiders, this might be one of 3 games they win this year.
Cowboys at the Patriots.
Oh, that's Patriots. It's just like Tampa Bay, dude. Dallas is right there. Games I'm always going to be like, yeah, I want them to lose. I don't even care who it is. I don't care who they play.
Seahawks at the Steelers for Sunday night.
I think that'll actually be a good game. I'm going to say that I don't think Seattle's going to be as competitive as every Seattle fan would like them to be. And I think Pittsburgh's going to be terrible this year. And that's not being a Pittsburgh hater. I just think that's true. But I do think this will be a fairly, almost, I don't want to say evenly matched, but I'm going to say this will be a fairly evenly matched team. We'll see what happens, injuries and roster changes and blah, blah, blah. But, I think this might be a better game than it looks. I mean, everyone in the world hopes Seahawks come out on top.
Monday Night Football, Bills at Tennessee.
Oh, man, I just like watching the Bills kick ass, dude. As long as it's not against the Chiefs, I just love to see it.
I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, that's another.
I
There's
hope Buffalo comes to Cincinnati here soon, because like that'd be a team I want to go see.
yeah, right on. I would like to see
Um,
Buffalo.
I was gonna say I took the whole weekend off, like Saturday, Sunday, Monday, of when the Bills play the Chiefs, just in case I'd want to make that drive because it'll 100% be worth it. But I just don't know if I want to drive out there that many times this year because, like, I don't know, I don't like being in the car.
We've made it through 5 and 6. Let's do week 7 since we're still rolling. Um, the Thursday game, I'm not that interested in because I don't care for Denver, but I think the Browns win at home, beating Denver on the Thursday night game.
So they put Denver up against Cleveland on Thursday night instead of a Cincinnati Cleveland game on a Thursday night because, like, that is just a thing. That's a shitty Thursday night game for Cleveland. I feel bad for them.
The only way that's like I said, the only way that game gets interesting is if Aaron Rodgers is quarterbacking.
I
And
mean, I
then
kind of hope he's a Bronco, honestly, because I want him to have less success than Peyton did. I root for Tampa and whoever plays New England and Baltimore. That doesn't even make sense because Tom Brady is your guy now. But the
hey,
Baltimore, okay, I kind of want to know what Rob has against Baltimore because didn't you say you lived there? I'm so confused. I just assumed that meant you were a Baltimore fan. Because he was talking last week about the Orioles stadium and everything and being in Baltimore a lot.
well,
And so
yeah, but you know what? His team from Baltimore would be the Colts.
that's true. Wait, I'm not calling you old, Rob. I don't know how long ago you started watching football, so he did that, not me. But either way, I don't know. I
That's a
just thought you would
no-brainer.
like.
Just because of the way they screwed I mean, the way they screwed Baltimore out of their football
Okay,
team.
okay, I do remember that now. So I don't know. It's been a long week, but I just forgot that part and his telling about the Colts. So fair enough. I'll hate Baltimore with you, 100%. My heart. Well, there's always a piece of my heart with Indianapolis. Oh well, with the Colts, I don't care where they're at. There's always going to be a piece of my heart there because Peyton Manning. In a story, Peyton Manning. But I can't stand Belichick, Rob, but I respect him.
You know, speaking of which, you know what really sucks? Cleveland Browns fans, because their original team got moved to Baltimore. I mean, to have to come back as an expansion team to have a team. Yeah, I mean, God, yeah. I wouldn't be a Ray Lewis guy either. I wouldn't go near him. He's a murderer.
Well, I mean, I think it's a safe thing to say to not being a Ray Lewis guy, dude. I don't know, that's fair.
Yeah, Ray Lewis is a murderer. But you know what? Here's the thing: in this day and age, you know,
Yeah, in this day and age, it doesn't matter what bad thing you do if you're good at football.
it's, you can rape, pillage, and plunder, and still, but he got away with murder, and man, he was playing. I loved Ray Lewis on the field.
Dude's a monster, seriously.
He, he was he was definitely a beast. If Vontez Burfict wouldn't have had so many concussions, he had the potential to be just like Ray Lewis. But Vontez Burfict killed himself, basically running at things like a rhinoceros.
I mean, true. I mean,
So,
Vontez Burfict broke Antonio Brown.
yep.
He broke him. He's just dumb now. But not on a Tony Dungy team. I like Tony Dungy a lot. But back to the whole Peyton Manning thing. Peyton and Tony, dream team. Just like Andy and Mahomes now, dream team. But the same argument could be made for Belichick and Brady, so I'm not going to discredit them. Sean's not in here for me to discredit Brady that much today. We only have Rob, who's a Tampa Bay fan, not a Brady and a New England fan. So
Slipping into Sunday at 1:00, first game on the list. Your Chiefs at the Tennessee Titans.
I'm pretty excited about this game because I might go because it's in Tennessee. But the last time Kansas City went to Tennessee just pissed me off. It was after Patrick Mahomes dislocated his knee. He was off for only a game and a half. And then they go to Tennessee and they took the refs. Like, I don't say this about every single game because I don't. I believe in fair games. And as long as everything is fair, I don't care who wins. They deserve to win if it's fair. But they totally screwed the Chiefs when they went to Tennessee last time, and it pissed me off. The dude was like not even like just a little offsides on the field goal that won the game. He was like lined up with the other team. It was bad. So, you know what? I hope to see that this is a rematch game. And they've played them since then, but like I think that this going to Tennessee, they're coming for blood because they got screwed over last time, and I hope they win. Plus, I hate Tennessee.
This ought to be a bloody one. Jets at New England.
I mean, I think those every single we don't even have to talk about them because I'm just going to say it as a whole. All of those divisional games for the AFC East are going to be fun to watch. I don't care if any of those 4 teams end up being shitty this year. Those divisional games will be games to watch.
Agreed. Then after that you got the Bengals and the Ravens.
You know what? I just hope. This is all I hope for. I don't expect the Bengals to win 12 games. Look, I'm not going to shoot for the stars. I did read how it is possible for them to go 12-5 this year. But I'm not going to expect that. I'm a Cincinnati fan. I don't expect to win. But I do expect improvement. And if they can at least come close in one of those 2 matchups against Baltimore, I will be happy. Because they couldn't do shit against Baltimore last year. Pittsburgh, Joe Burrow's only meeting at Pittsburgh was horrible. As long as that gets better, I will be happy. I get that they beat him. That was not Joe Burrow. I don't even know how that happened, honestly. But either way, as long as they improve against those teams, that is all I care about. And they beat Cleveland at least once.
Yeah, they played Cleveland good both times.
Yeah, those were great games. But the same thing happened to Cleveland when they went to Baltimore in week 1 last year. They lost like 38-6.
Yep. Washington at Green Bay.
Washington, dude. I'm taking everyone over the Packers this year just because they obviously don't have their shit together if they can't keep Aaron Rodgers.
Atlanta at Miami.
That's anybody's game.
I kind of agree. I love to disagree with you, but when I agree with you, I agree with you. So we'll just keep going because I don't see I can't. There's not a clear-cut favorite there. I think Atlanta's going to be definitely better. I think Miami's going to be at least what they were.
Yeah, I mean, I think Atlanta will improve. You don't draft someone like Kyle Pitts and have a solid quarterback like Matt Ryan and not improve. But as long as their defense improves, they will win more games than they did last year.
Dumpster fire. I don't like this one either. Carolina at the Giants.
No offense, Amanda, but this is probably one of my least favorite matchups of the season so far that we have went through. I think we're on week 7. This is probably my least favorite, like 100%.
Two teams that really don't have a direction, it seems like. Does that feel that way to you?
Oh, yeah. I mean, Carolina's kind of a mess. They gave up on Teddy. They got Sam Darnold. I'm glad Sam's getting another chance to start somewhere. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't. I need New York to get a new quarterback so I can actually give a shit about them.
I like a lot of what they've got on that team. I don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I like what they've done so far in the offseason. I just don't like Daniel Jones so much that like it doesn't matter to me, like I mean, if I were a Giants fan, it would be different and I wouldn't give up on them, but like as not a Giants fan at all, I hate that like they won't fix their quarterback situation. They forced Eli Manning into retirement for no goddamn reason, and so they could have this guy. No offense again, Amanda. I know you understand, but I feel like I should say no offense because I don't want to insult anybody in their fan base unless it's Tom Brady or Lamar Jackson, probably. But yeah, back to Rob's statement. I know you answered him, but definitely Denver. I'd say Denver or Vegas are the only two teams that really make sense.
Yep, and the Giants are definitely out of that because Green Bay, when they were negotiating trading him, they did not want to trade him to an NFC team.
Which is fair. That's totally fair.
And you said that one was probably one of your least favorite games of the season. The next is probably one of mine, the Eagles at the Raiders.
Yeah, but like, see, I like that game a little bit better because there is a chance that the Raiders could lose. Like the Carolina Giants game means nothing to me. So, but when you get to the Eagles and Raiders, there's a team that I want to see fail in there. So, it makes it a little. I'm probably not going to go out of my way to watch it. I'll watch highlights if it ends up being a good game. But yeah, I mean, it's not a great game, but hopefully the Eagles can pull, one dub out this year.
So
And
the
it'd be
next
at the
game,
Raiders.
the next game I feel will probably have the most hype for the week, and that's the Lions at the Rams, even though it may not be a very good game.
Chicken shits. What would the odds be of the Giants and Pack playing if Rodgers ended up in New York? I mean, that would be probably pretty insane, to be honest. What did you say, Dad? Sorry.
I said the next game will probably have the most hype for the week, and that'll be the Detroit Lions at the Rams, although I don't think it'll be a very good game.
100%. I mean, those are all these revenge games or, like reunion games and stuff like that. Just like Burrow and Lawrence reunion. This game, I don't think it's going to matter. But those two quarterbacks know how to play against each other's defense. So, it might make for an interesting game.
I think you're right. I think it'll be interesting. I just don't think that the Rams can lose that game with the defense that they have. There's no way.
Agreed. I mean, Matt Stafford is way better than Jared Goff in a million different ways.
The next game is probably going to be one of the biggest blowouts of the day, Cardinals and Texans.
I mean, this is JJ and D-Hop going to town on the team that's tried to screw them, man. And they love Deshaun Watson, and they know they screwed him too. So this is a revenge game, and Kyler Murray is just going to have fun.
Chicago at Tampa Bay.
Go Bears! I don't know. Go Bears! I didn't say fuck you, Rob. I just said go Bears. Go Red Rocket, dude. If he's still playing, and if not, let's go Justin Fields.
I bet by this point Justin Fields might be in the lineup unless
Andy is doing great. Which, you know what? I'm not counting him out, dude. They have a good defense. They have the ability to win games. I'm not counting the Bears out this season. I think the Bears take the division.
NFC North.
Yeah, I'm going to say it. That's a bold prediction, but I'm going to say it.
This is a game that used to get me excited, but not so much anymore, is the Indianapolis Colts at the 49ers.
You know what? I think the 49ers are in rebuild, and by that, I don't mean they're rebuilding their team. I think that means they're getting everyone healthy again. I think their defense is going to look a lot like the defense they had in their Super Bowl run. I'm not saying they're contenders for the Super Bowl, but I think they're working their way back to normal. It depends on what Carson Wentz does, who wins this game. You know, if it's Jimmy G or Carson Wentz, if it comes down to that, it's Jimmy G. You know, like, I don't like Jimmy G either, but that's just facts. Carson Wentz is a dumpster fire. You know, if he gets screwed up in the first couple weeks, that could be it for the Colts season.
That might be the only thing that saves the Colts season in my mind.
Well, I mean, his season as a starter. You know, they play the Rams week 1. You know, Aaron Donald can knock what little brains he has left out, and he might not play any good for the rest of the year.
I really like the Niners, even though I think the Colts have a good team. I like the Niners in this game. I
think this is just going to be a defensive game. Who can put more points on the board?
And then Monday night.
Here's my bold prediction for the Colts-Niners game. It's going to be 0-0, fourth quarter. Carson Wentz throws a pick 6 in overtime. And Niners win. That's what's going to happen.
Ugh, that's a game I don't want to see.
Yeah, dude, I love defensive games.
October 25th, Saints at Seahawks.
Like I said, there's too many unknowns with this Saints team right now. I'm not counting them out, but I'm not counting them in yet. And right now, I'm not sure how I feel about the Seahawks yet. So that's a very I'm just going to write a question mark. I don't have anything on that. I don't have anything on either of those teams, really, unless it's in Seattle and or it is a divisional game. Those are the only things. If it's in Seattle, it's going to be a good game. If it's divisional, it's going to be a good game. But I don't have anything on that one. Sea Chickens are going to win that one, I think. You know, I have too many questions and that are not answered until probably week 1.
So that concludes 7 weeks. Do we want to open up the floor for any general discussion and finish the day out that way, or do you want to just delve into another week?
You know, if you're good on Monday, going probably the whole rest of the schedule. I don't want to drag this out too much, but I mean I can run through it on Monday real quick.
I think what we should do is we should each pick out 3 games for Monday.
3. Well, how about you just pick out every game from week 8 on that you like? Just every game that you like.
1 game a week, and we'll do that.
Sure.
Yeah, 1 game from each week for each of those. We'll each pick 1. How's that?
That's fine with me.
That gives us because this could go on forever, and we don't know how this is going to play out. So, with all that being said, let's. I'll do that for you.
I was gonna say I can do it. I got my computer right here, but.
Let's open it up.
If anybody wants to come up here and join us, click that link. Come tell us why we're wrong. Make sure you hit the like button on your way up. Tell your friends, family, and significant others, and whoever else. Tell your neighbors to come argue with us next week. Just you today. Tell your neighbors next week. Yeah, dude, let's go.
Can I rant for a minute today?
Yeah, while we're waiting to see if anyone wants to come up, throw me a rant.
My rant for today is going to be, I think the Reds need to fire David Bell. I think they're...
I mean, I feel like I've been saying this for a while.
I think that and watching Tyler Stevenson play first base further indicates that they keep moving players around, and baseball players are creatures of habit, and they do not necessarily need to be moved around all the time. And I think he's destroyed the continuity of what was going to be a great team this year. The pitchers are not doing well. The bullpen's been doing better. The off starters have been doing well. I feel like just bouncing everybody into different positions has not went over well at all. And I think that it's time to stop playing this sabermetrics game to the T, and let's start playing consistent baseball, because you notice that the guys that do well on that team are the guys that play the same position every day. Castellanos, Winker. Oh, are you fixed? Did I lose Shelby too?
What's up, Shelby?
I don't know what just happened.
What? So, I don't know what was up with the Reds game today, but we couldn't get it televised at all at the book. I kept watching Alex come up trying to see the score of the game.
Because it was broadcast on Yahoo Sports today.
Oh, that's dumb.
Yahoo bought into what the fuck just happened? Okay. Yahoo bought into Major League Baseball, and they got rights to several games this year, and that was one of them.
Well, that explains why we couldn't find it on DirecTV at all, because I was like, the Reds are playing. Yes, it's a blowout, but it's the Reds. They're playing at home.
Yeah, usually on the business day specials, which would have been today, the 12:35 games, they're usually always on Fox Sports, or now it's Bally Sports Ohio. But that for some reason I saw it the night before that they were only broadcasting through, I think it was Yahoo.
Yahoo Sports, yeah.
So it is what it is.
I totally forgot about that, but I've been tripping about all day, and I couldn't figure out why I couldn't watch the Reds game at work. I was so pissed off, man.
Oh, so back to what we were talking about way back when is that I got the blue slushy pack, the mix pack from the G Fuel, and then we got the Rainforest. And why can't I hear anybody?
I can hear you great, big dog.
Did you say blue slushy and Rainforest?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, what's that?
Saying that, but he's told me about 4 times now, and I still don't know what blue slushy and Rainforest is.
Blue slushy has 4 different energy drinks in it, and then I don't know. It's like a mix pack.
You're gonna have to take a picture of it and send it to me, or
I got it.
Okay, because I
guys
literally.
talk, I'll bling it up.
What'd you say about Tahoes? Powered by G Fuel.
Not sponsored, just powered.
Just powered. I got Dr. Pepper.
I'm not drinking anything right now.
Dude, I can't go without drinking something.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the snow cone bundle.
Oh.
Dude, I knew you were speaking nonsense.
I was
Okay, they got
wondering what it
a
was.
blue ice and a snow cone, and and then the other one's the tropical rain bundle.
Okay.
I haven't tried that yet. Either of them.
Now I know what you're talking about, but before I was like, what are these?
I'm still lost.
G Fuel.
Oh.
Talking some G Fuel. But I had no idea where he was going, what he was doing, what he was saying.
So, yeah, the snow cone one has one 40-ounce tub of the snow cone, and then it has 4 16-ounce cans of the blue ice, rainbow sherbet, sour cherry, and the phaseberry.
Damn. What a bundle.
So, yeah, that's the one that Nick picked out today, because he drank so much of my other, he decided he was going to buy me one.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right. So what did I miss?
Oh, Rob said hi, Amanda.
Hello.
Rob is our Tampa Bay fan. He lives in Tampa, so it's understandable. Oh,
Tampa-
there's Rob, dude. He's connecting.
Tampa is a beautiful city. I have been there. I just don't recommend driving on I-4 at any point. It sucks so bad.
Rob's there, but it says he needs to connect his mic and cam before you can add them.
Unless he's got another stream, something open that's another app that's using them.
Rob, what you doing, bro? You got me excited. You have to come up here now. We don't.
Hey,
we don't.
I will be right back.
Okay, sir. Yeah. What? Update you on what? Indiana Pacers got their ass kicked by the Washington Wizards today, so they're out of the tournament.
They had no chance of catching up. No chance whatsoever. I had that game on the big screen at work, and I'm just like,
Got their ass kicked.
dude.
That hurts.
I mean, it sucks, but I wish Mark was in here so I could ram his ass about how he told me that Indiana was going to the finals.
He said that Indiana and the Lakers were going to the finals, so.
Yeah,
The
I mean, the
Lakers
Lakers
have
have
more
to
of a
beat the
shot.
Suns. Oh, no, dude. They start their series off against the Suns. I don't know. I mean, if they can rally past the Suns, they got a straight shot to the finals, I think. But I don't see them pushing past them.
My boy Book will come through.
Well, I mean, even if
Chris
Indiana
Paul, dude.
did magically make it through to the next round, there was no way in hell they were getting past the 76ers.
That's true. I think it's really stupid that the 76ers are not even favorites in anything.
Yeah. And it's like not close.
No,
Oh,
it's not
damn.
even close.
They're
like
like
plus-
top-rated.
I haven't checked any odds or anything.
That's like
since-
plus 300. Oh, Rob just
Isn't that your
disappeared.
job?
Well, yeah, but only when people ask.
I just saw that and thought that was really interesting. They're like plus 300, and I'm like, why aren't they favored at all? I'm like, you act like they're bad. Like Joel Embiid is in the top 3 finalists for MVP. They've had an amazing season. Even when he got injured, they still kept winning. And this is part of the conversation we had earlier that you missed, Shelby. And like, there's no way that they shouldn't be favorites for at least some. Maybe not if they make it all the way or something, but like as of right now.
Yeah, I would definitely be picking the Sixers, and I don't like Philadelphia sports, period. But as a sports fan, I would be picking the Sixers over the Wizards.
Hey, there he is. What's up, Rob?
Had to turn the sound down. Everybody's sleeping.
Oh, don't want to wake her up.
We don't want to get you in trouble again.
We don't want to get you grounded. It's after midnight.
Come here. Come here.
What's going on, Rob? Nice shirt.
Somebody.
Is that a kitty?
It is.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's a
Luffy.
fluffy kitty.
that is a big kitty. Oh my God. I love him. Or her, sorry.
That is Mr. Zeus.
Oh my God.
What a handsome kitty.
Such
What a
a majestic
handsome
name for such a
boy.
majestic kitty.
Oh my
18
God.
pounds.
He looks it, and I love all of it. I love all 18 pounds of him.
So cute. Oh.
This is no longer a sports channel. This is a channel about Rob's cat.
About all of our cats.
And we're all okay with it. Well, Amanda's got 5.
Wow.
She got full house. We got 1, but we got 2 horses in the house, so.
I love how you call them horses.
For some reason, my camera doesn't work on my other computer.
Yeah, I saw your name pop up, and I got excited, and all of a sudden it just was like, no camera, no audio, and I was like, oh, okay.
It has a virus and it won't.
Ah,
Yikes.
So I have to do my Sunday streams from this laptop.
I mean, the camera looks good, so.
Yeah, it's my new. Oh, how am I gonna do this? I don't know. It's my new high def camera.
Nice.
I like it.
Hey, we even did our stream from the hotel up in Tallahassee Sunday.
I didn't get to catch your stream because I was at work, but I saw it.
Yeah, we only did it an hour, and then because we were up in Tallahassee, and we had some permissions up there, so we just did it for an hour, then took off for the permissions. But it went real well.
Looks like Dad got hungry.
You got a snacky snack.
Well, I gotta get up. I gotta get up early in the morning. I got stuff that I got going on all day tomorrow, and I need to find time to eat.
Fair
Everybody's
enough.
here sleeping, and I get yelled at, so I'm gonna log off and listen to you guys.
All right. Well, you know, it was nice to see you, Rob.
You too. Thanks, guys.
Every day, brother. We're gonna make sure we see you when we're in Florida.
Absolutely.
I'm looking forward to that. All righty.
Have a good one.
See you, Rob.
Aw, sad he couldn't stay. He's my homeboy.
When are you
wanted to
guys
get in
going to
trouble.
Florida?
Next month. And about a month from today? Yesterday?
Oh, yeah.
We will, as of yesterday, it'll be 1 month. We will be in our 8-bedroom Harry Potter themed home.
I'm excited that there's so many people going.
I'm jacked.
How did I end up with 2 forks?
I'm
Why do you even have
jealous.
forks?
Well, kind of jealous, but not jealous because I'll be in Florida in September.
Philip mentioned you guys going for a wedding?
Yep, his stepsister is finally having their wedding ceremony.
What are you eating?
Who, me?
Who, me?
Either one of you, I guess.
Well, Dad said he had to find time to eat, so I guess I gotta find time to eat too.
I am eating leftover Mexican rice and beans and steak strips with queso and some sour cream.
Dude, that sounds like the most perfect meal ever.
I know
Alex is eating burritos that are probably cold at this point.
They are, because she started them at 11 o'clock.
Yep.
I didn't have time because I had to keep my camera straight, but I didn't know my internet was going to work perfect today.
So you just fucked it right there.
I mean, yeah, I did, but like seriously, I emergency switched to this default camera, what we're used to, and it's been perfect. Even Shelby's and Amanda's, like everyone's has been perfect. We just picked like the perfect day for some reason.
Well, I'm on
Night.
my iPhone because the Galaxy decided it wanted to update.
It's usually how it works.
Those iPhone quality, well, I mean, the newer Galaxy cameras even are still like looking really nice. Like they're doing a really good job on these phone phones.
Yeah,
That's why a lot of people are just using them to record. They're just not buying anything else.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the iPhone I've got is the 11 Pro Max, and then I've got the Galaxy S20 FE. So,
Sounds like a car.
right?
I was going to say, these are all just letters and numbers to me. I don't know what's happening.
I was thinking like that Hyundai or whatever when she said S20 FE.
Santa Fe.
Mm-hmm.
Same.
I just pictured like your phone is just a car.
Sammy.
Same.
Speaking of,
Bite.
can we just sit and talk about the wide receiver that the Chiefs draft for a minute?
Sure.
Cornell Powell. He's taking Sammy's number with number 14, and I think this kid is going to be way better than Sammy.
It hurts me a little bit, but yeah, I agree.
I mean, I'll get to buy my first Baltimore Ravens jersey.
My first
So-
and only Baltimore Ravens jersey.
I don't know. I might buy a Trace McSorley jersey.
I think I'm going to buy a Ray Lewis jersey.
Yes.
I mean, that's fair. We talked about it. Rob's not a fan. I mean, who is this like, yeah, I love Ray Lewis. And I'm like, yeah, you're a serial killer, dude. Like, you're a psychopath.
I used to have it. I had a
I-
dude that would argue with me about that.
I remember the dude at work, it's been probably 5 or 6 years, that would wear the Ray Lewis jersey every Sunday. And I was like, you're going to wear that now?
Don't
In
get in an
public?
elevator with him.
Yeah, I literally said, I'm not going to get in an elevator with that guy.
Sammy, can you stop? Yes, you're cute and adorable. Everybody knows this.
What? Yeah. So other than that, we just went over. I just got like sidetracked, and then it all came back to me at once. But we went over all of the Saturday, Sunday game ones, we discussed the series of each playoff games, and then we went through week 5 through 7, 5 through 8
Okay.
Yeah.
of regular. I don't know.
think it
That's
was-
basically all we did.
So I didn't
And
miss a
then
whole
Dad-
lot.
No, and you heard Dad's like mini rant about David Bell.
Yeah, about how he's like switching their positions and stuff.
Fucking up their consistency.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what's happening too.
Baseball players are fired up and ready to play one position. There's a few exceptions to that, like Kyle Farmer,
Yeah, you
But
got a
most-
few of them.
but most of them, the guys that are doing well are the guys that are playing the same position every day. Castellanos and Winker.
Most of these guys have also played this position since they were playing T-ball, basically.
Yeah.
So why mess with something you got going? It's like the Bengals head coach when he said, "Yeah, this guy has played this position his whole life, but I think I'm gonna start him here."
Right. And that's
What?
like,
Yeah, that tackle.
Yeah. I'll start him at guard.
God, what was it? Kelvin Benjamin that the Giants just signed. He's going from wide receiver to tight end, and now Tebow. Like, play one position that you're good at, stick to it.
I mean,
I
I
don't
doubt
see
I
a
doubt he was
reason.
getting I feel like Tebow, he wasn't getting a job as a quarterback.
I also feel like football's a little different, especially when it comes to like tight end, wide receiver. Like if you have the build for a
Well, I mean,
tight
like
end, then
wide receiver or cornerback, like those can be interchanged. If you are not good at catching a ball, but you can get close, you want to be a cornerback, dude, because then you can block or break up passes. But like,
yeah.
I don't know, like switching it, I feel like offensive line, defensive line positions is just like baseball. Don't move them around if they're good at one.
Exactly.
If they're a left guard, don't put them as a right tackle.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that was the Giants' biggest problem, is that they were taking guards and moving them to tackle positions, and somebody got hurt, and they're like, okay, we're gonna move this guard to this position. It's like, that's not gonna work. That's the most asinine thing that you could possibly do.
I agree.
I just had the best thought for a college player to make it to the NFL.
What's that?
Master punting and kicking. That way they only use one roster spot.
I mean, that's fair.
That's brilliant.
Why not? Why doesn't that happen?
Feel like I don't know actually.
I just
I
got
thought
a
I
text
had an
message from
answer.
Philip.
I'm really
He's-
curious because you would think that somebody would follow
There's
that.
like three conversations happening at once right now, and I am overwhelmed.
Sorry, Alex.
I mean, I wasn't saying anything, so no one's interrupting me, but I don't know what's happening right now. Okay,
I'm eating
one
them
at a time. One at a time. You go.
College punters should be go kickers.
You know what? All right, you go.
Fact or fiction? Oh, I'm just kidding. I didn't have anything to say.
You go.
Philip just said that if Green Bay doesn't get their shit figured out, he doesn't know how he's going to be able to look at the team this season.
I mean, I feel like all Pack.
There she goes.
Ah,
Yep,
Had
she
to
jinxed
breathe.
it.
run.
Oh,
Yeah, I think all Packers fans should be in that boat right now. Like, for real. Like, how are you going to look at your organization, for one, what you pulled in the AFC Championship game? After that shit, I don't even know if I could be a fan. And two, all this shit happening with Rodgers. Agreed.
yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what's happening.
I don't ever know what's happening.
I dropped my phone.
I'm just a clueless little bean.
Alex,
I
it's got
don't
to be
know,
the most adorable thing you've ever said.
I don't know what's happening here.
Is that a
Horse.
It's like jammies.
Horse.
A horse and jammies.
Oh,
Horse.
it looks like a unicorn from far away.
He's just wearing jammies.
Dad, I like looking at your ear and all, but you need to scarf that shit down so we can talk.
I know.
You don't
Give
need
me
me
a
to
topic. Give me a topic.
Yeah, but you like to argue with me sometimes, and it's fun.
I think we've been through most of what we planned on being through.
Well, you might be right.
Hold on, I'll come up with something. Give me just a second.
I don't have my magical. I'm sitting in the dark today, so even if I had notes, I couldn't look at them. I do not have notes today, but
I just came in here blind today. Just ready to go.
yeah, I mean, I was good for a minute, and then
Alex, do you pay attention to international soccer?
Shelby's the soccer watcher. Honestly, I just watched Lou City.
Gotcha. Shelby, do you see what? Do you pay attention to the international, like Copa America and anything like that, or do you pay more attention to USA?
Ow.
It depends. Like I watch like as much of like the Tottenham Spurs as I can, but those games are usually at super weird times, so I don't get to watch many of them. And then like the U.S. national team.
Gotcha. Because apparently there's a shit ton of civil unrest going on in Colombia right now that Colombia got kicked out of being co-host for the Copa America tournament.
Is there a reasoning behind it?
From what I saw, there was like tear gas being thrown within the stadium during games. So CONMEBOL said that for everybody's safety and things like that, Colombia will not be co-hosting with Argentina. And Argentina has offered to host the entire tournament.
100%. There should be no argument.
That just reminds me of that South Park episode.
Out of sports.
Since we talked about this earlier, that every conversation ends in at least one or South Park and or SpongeBob reference of when like they all put the gas masks on and then they all just farted and that was their tear gas tactic, and so the entire stadium they brought gas masks, and so they were just like covered up and they all just pulled their pants down and ripped it on Saddam Hussein.
Yep,
because he took over Canada. That's all I could think of when you were saying that. Like, seriously, right. I was just thinking of a bunch of, like, beady-eyed, flappy-head Canadians with their pants pulled down with gas masks on.
But also, I guess I understand that Colombia would be mad because they're not earning money. But at the same time,
Get your
If you're
country
go-
under control.
yeah, if you're going to allow that, then you can't expect to be able to host such a big tournament.
Yeah.
Like that's
And
just
if I'm not mistaken, CONMEBOL and CONCACAF both have either some larger tournament implications, or it is FIFA implications that come after those two tournaments. I can't remember.
What's wrong with the NFL?
What?
everything.
What?
Everything?
I'm just looking at the last couple days worth of news, and there is not shit that's worth talking about.
What? Then where did your statement come from?
What's wrong with the NFL?
We're
Why is there
talking
no
about
news?
soccer, and you said, "What's wrong with the NFL?" I don't know. You tell me what's wrong with the NFL. Please enlighten me, sir.
That's because the only thing going on right now are Julio Jones trade rumors.
Julio Jones might end up a Chief.
Hold up,
Right.
what?
40-yard dash times and
Nicole Hardman is the GOAT.
Yes, exactly.
Another Chief.
Julian Edelman over here said, "Fuck that! I'm not joining Tom Brady."
I like that. That was one of the only things I liked that I read.
Dude, much respect to Julian Edelman.
Right?
I don't remember what I said today, and it was today, but I seriously just, my brains are mush. But I said something was going to happen, like, with Tampa Bay. Like, they're going to get this person before they ever convinced Julian Edelman to come out of retirement and play with them. And I don't know. I might have been Julio Jones. I don't know. I might have just made something up. But, like, I knew Edelman was not going to be a Buccaneer. Like, I know that wasn't going to happen. No matter what, you know, they could have offered him $600 million and he would have said no. Like, I don't know.
They were trying to get Edelman to come to the Bucs.
Everyone just assumed it was going to happen because it happened with Gronk.
See, that was bound to happen, though. I feel
I just feel like if it was going to happen, he would have went last year with Gronk.
This is true. This is true.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that.
Yeah, he would not have played a whole season without Brady in New England. Like, he would have just went with him if he was going to go. But that dude was loyal to that city. It doesn't matter how much he loves Tom Brady. He was loyal to New England, and that's where he was going to stay.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Dad just dipped.
Right. I agree with that. I also saw where Washington is hoping to get he's probably throwing his stuff away. Washington's going to be getting a new stadium with it, like by like 2027 or something like that.
Stadium?
Didn't Washington just like move into FedEx Field or something like that?
I have no idea. I've only been paying attention to
I just
Washington
saw
for the
that.
last like 3 years. And I don't know that much about them.
Yeah, because I want to say
What is happening right now?
It looks like your internet is
Can you
jank,
just see me and
girl. No, I can see all four of us, and your face is frozen in a really funny face.
Yeah. Because Washington used to play in RFK Stadium. And when they went from pretty much one side of the city to the other, it went from RFK Stadium to FedEx Field.
Yeah, I have no idea. Shelby, you're froze, girl. You're froze. I can see Dad and Amanda moving in real time. You're almost not a whole person. I think it's trying to catch up and it's doing all right, but like
there she goes.
There she goes. I knew it was coming.
So how about the Bills hiring 2 women to full-time staff positions?
I did see something making that like having 3 women staff or something total. 4. I knew it's like a couple. I mean, that's pretty cool. I mean, I think the Bills organization's doing everything right. I don't know that. Sorry, I don't know. I just got distracted, but I don't know. I don't think it's a bad idea. Didn't the 49ers get that one girl,
They got
Yeah.
the coach?
Oh God,
She's cool.
What the hell was her name? She was in the Microsoft Surface
Commercial.
Pro commercials. Oh my God, what the hell was her name? It's like Kate or Katie.
I think you're on to something. I think it's Kate.
But she's actually not with the 49ers organization anymore.
Hey,
Why?
long time no see.
Right. Why is she not with the 49ers anymore?
Kate Middleton?
So there's an article on my
Katie
NFL
Sowers.
mobile app of the top 10 projecting the NFL's top 10 offenses in 2021. Bucks or Chiefs at number 1.
Chiefs. They got that hell of the
So at
offensive
number
line
10,
now.
they've got the Titans, then the Cardinals, Vikings, Browns, Falcons at number 6, Bills, Cowboys, Packers, Chiefs, and then Bucks at number 1.
I don't know about that.
That's a bad list.
I mean,
I feel that
I
list is
agree
so
with
bad.
I agree with a lot of the people on the list, but not
Alex,
in the order.
I can't hear you.
Oh, I heard her.
Oh,
I heard that.
can you hear me? Can you hear
I'm very
me
perplexed by this
now? Can you stop?
Your dad just dipped again. I don't know.
Oh, but anyway, I agree with a lot of them on that list, but not in the orders they're in. And this is
Right.
not about the Chiefs at number 2. I just like the Cardinals that far down, dude. Like I put them top 4.
I would put the Cardinals. Yeah.
Top 4.
But also the Vikings.
I mean, they got sorry, I'm getting tired. They got JJ and Dalvin Cook. So, yeah, but like that and Adam Thielen, but that's about it.
Your dad's audio's on, but his face is nowhere to be found.
Because I'm laughing.
I can't hear anything either one of them is saying.
That's
Can
so
you hear me?
weird. Well,
Can you hear
hello?
me?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear anything?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
I think I'm becoming slap happy because it's my bedtime.
Me too. I gotta be up so early.
Shane, can you hear anything Alex and Shelby are saying?
I hear everybody.
Wait,
I can hear
how?
everybody.
How can you?
I can only hear you. I
him?
can't hear Shelby or Alex.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
I think she heard that.
Shelby, I was able to read your lips and was like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I think I'm gonna-
Can I
Go
hit the
ahead.
end broadcast button now, please?
Yeah, you can do that.
Is there anyone watching this? Because if there are, I'm so sorry.
Bye, all 3 of you.
Bye.